So today we're going to be talking about nicotine. My name's Max. This is Drake. And this is Ezra. And so we're going to go around and talk about what we did over Thanksgiving break.
All right, as y'all know, I'm Drake, and what I did over the weekend was first just chilled at home, nothing much, and then it was my girlfriend's birthday on Thanksgiving, actually. So we went to dinner the night before Thanksgiving, and then on Thanksgiving Day, we just ate a bunch of food. I had some family pictures I had to take, and then just spent the rest of the night with my girlfriend. And then went hunting and killed a bunch of doe. It was a type of deer, if you didn't already know. Hey, that's a rhyme. Call me Dr. Seuss. But, yeah, that was pretty much it. And then we waited for Max for like 2 hours just to get here. But, yeah.
Yeah, I was a little late. My shower broke. My grandpa's over, and he broke my shower head. Or my grandma, I don't remember. But, yeah, I was a little late. But over Thanksgiving break, I mean, I learned a lot, I ate a lot, and I did a lot.
Wow, so...
Yeah, I know. And nicotine, that's the subject for today. And my uncle actually smokes. And I asked him, I was like, do you think the nicotine age should be lowered to 18? And then he was like, nah. And then I was like, I wonder why people think no, because it used to be, I mean, the common argument is if you could go vote, if you go to the military, you should be able to smoke.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so, I mean, that's our main argument. I mean, there's a bunch of other arguments we've made and we could make, but I think that one just makes the most sense to me. But yeah, my Thanksgiving break was good.
Yeah, I'm Ezra. Over Thanksgiving break, on Friday it was a half day. We went up to Houston and lost to Tomball Concordia. So we didn't have football practice this week, which was kind of nice. And I went back up to Houston on Wednesday, then drove back down Thursday. But yeah, no, I kind of just chilled this week. Did not do any schoolwork, which was nice. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to see Mr. Vargas again. Talk to him about Notre Dame. But yeah. You want to start us off with the first question?
Yes. So I heard a conspiracy theory that Big Pharma actually is the one that pushed the Congress and the government to change the nicotine age to 21 because they wanted to like make more money and stuff. What do y'all think about that?
I fully don't understand that because I feel like if they want to make more money, they would keep the age to 18 because a bunch of kids that are going to college and like they're gonna try new things, and that's one of the first things they go out and try, and especially college students, that's a big thing for them. And by the time you're 21, you're like at the end of your college time. And so, yeah, I just don't agree with Big Pharma on that scenario, saying that it's to make more money. It's not really to make more money. It's just, and what's the deal with a 3-year age difference? Like, I don't feel like that's that big of a deal. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's my opinion.
I think it's Big Pharma. They sell the stuff to quit, like the patches and the gum.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't see why they would want it to be higher. I thought they would want people to be addicted and then get the stuff to make more money to be saved.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think like what Drake was saying, like going off to college for the first time and stuff like that makes sense because like when you're 18, like you're probably going to be like in your parents' household still, and your parents probably won't like want you doing that. So I guess it makes sense for like the age to be higher, but I don't know. I feel like if you're in the military and like you're 18 and in the military, then you should be able to definitely do some stuff. Cause like imagine just not being able to like smoke with the boys in the military. Like that'd be messed up. So yeah, no, I feel like that definitely makes sense. But all right, next question.
So I forgot the other conspiracy theory, so we're just gonna move on to something else. So if we were to try our hardest to get the government to change it back to 18, what would we do? Personally, we would definitely talk to representatives and people in the Senate and just talk to them about create our own little interest group.
Yeah.
And definitely get a lot of supporters and definitely get support from Congress and stuff, and maybe bribe them and maybe just do as much as we can to change that. I mean, I'll do whatever it takes.
A little crazy by Max, but I think you got to start locally and then expand beyond that. Because if you have a good backbone going back to the local law and they're like, yeah, we'd be willing to do this, like, then you can take it to the state and then you can take it to Congress or the federal level, like national level. And I think that would be a better plan than just getting basically begging like Max was wanting to do. And yeah, I just think we'll have a like you would have a better chance of it passing back to 18 if you start locally and then expand beyond that.
Yeah.
Yeah, personally, what I would do is I would start with like peaceful protest, like in the city, and just try and like get them to grow and grow until they're like national protests, where hopefully what
Never heard of a peaceful protest?
a peaceful protest? Oh, you want a violent?
Yeah,
You want a violent? Yeah, riots. Just every 18-year-old in the nation, just riots. So that's what I would do, and then eventually the government would have to listen to that. So yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah, so I think the general answer is force the government to turn the age back to 18, not really ask them. So personally, I think that it's not that big of a deal. I don't think like 21 and 18 is that big of a difference. I think it wouldn't change much if it went down to 18. I just don't think it's that big of a deal. So what do y'all think? Like priorities? Do you think it's a main priority? Like we have to strive to get the age back to 18, or do you think it's like, meh?
I mean, I think, yeah, like it's definitely bottom of the barrel. Like there's definitely more important things to worry about than just nicotine. But like, in this scenario, like what we're trying to do is just, I think it's like really just spreading the word, getting it out there. Yeah, like I don't know if, but like, yeah, I don't really know much about that. But all I know is if you're in the military and like going back to one of Ezra's points, like in the military and you, because they provide it for you, but like you're not allowed to do it until you're 21. I don't feel like that should be allowed because like the government is providing you it, but again, there's a law that prohibits like you having it until you're 21 when you can be in the military at 18 years old.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, I actually think it would be very beneficial for the people and the government too, because if they lower the age to 18, there's going to be less need for like people to enforce the laws, like if it's older, like stopping 18-year-olds from like trying to get it and stuff. But I also think that it will like raise awareness, because people are going to have to teach kids when they're younger about like the effects, but like when it's 21, they don't really like teach effects because like they're basically like adults, they can do whatever. But I think when it's 18, like they're gonna have to like show the effects more, which will be good for like everyone. Okay.
Here's another point.
Yeah, I have another point. Like when you look like at it, like kids our age and even younger are still doing nicotine. It's just and like they find their ways to get their hands on it. It's just a matter of fact, like there's always going to be ways for it to be like for people to get their hands on it. It's just if you lower the age to 18, it's like making it better for the government, so like there's less illegal activity too, because technically, I mean, people our age, it's illegal.
So that leads to my next point and the next topic we're going to talk about right now. Okay, I'm going to go see it. Recording. That would suck if it's not recording. All right, it's recording.
On the moon or not?
Yeah. So the topic is, how important is this really? I think it's kind of important. I kind of changed my mind. I forgot about that stance. A lot, like the turning it back to 21 or to 21 definitely causes like young kids or people 18 even lower to resort to black market ways to get nicotine, which is unregulated. There's no tax. I mean, it's just under the table with a random guy or a random girl selling you stuff. And that could be dangerous. There's a lot of like health risks. It's very dangerous. I mean, it's basically a drug deal at that point.
It is a drug deal.
I think definitely changing it to 21 definitely came with a lot of risk. And there's probably a lot of lives that have been lost through black market vape trading. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree with that entirely. And I also think it's like dangerous for the kids too, because it's like a kid going to an adult. So I mean, that's definitely like a risk there. I mean, I don't really know any incidents of like someone getting like kidnapped from that or something, but I feel like that would like also be a risk with that. But yeah, no, I agree that raising it just put more like risk and strain on the government. But yeah.
Yeah, there's like definitely weird people out there that would just like, it's like the new candy get in my van thing. But back to like Max's point, like you don't know like where it's been before. Like it could be laced with fentanyl, big time. That's a bad part about this country is there's a lot of fentanyl, and there's no way to reduce it because people are like undercover with it, and that's how a lot of lives will be lost if it keeps on going. So yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that's a huge point, and I think that's one of our arguments. I think another argument could be same way is the vape shops and like the nicotine places and even the government, they're all losing money because they're losing the customers below 21. So I mean there's a lot of benefits for the government. There's a lot of benefits for people. If we lower it back down to 18, we could get there could be taxes on nicotine. There could be a lot of small businesses will grow. So I think that's another benefit to doing that.
It's like the legalization of marijuana,
Yeah.
like in some states, like so you don't have to do it, like you don't have to sell it illegally, and like the government makes money because they can tax for it now. Like it gives you a whole nother thing, and I feel like doing that with nicotine would bring a lot of tax money back to the government.
What do you think?
No, I think like what Drake said, just like bringing the tax money back to the government, and yeah, like you said too, like just opening up that door for like new customers that weren't able to like buy before. So, I think it would be beneficial for the government. Yeah.
So what do we think are the cons of bringing it down to 18?
I mean, yeah, I think there's definitely cons of like I mean, you don't want it's a highly addictive drug basically, and I mean, you don't want any, like, especially for parents, you don't want your kids doing drugs when they're just 18 years old and getting addicted to it. Um, but another thing is just like it's expensive. Like, um, if you're like putting it into your financials, and that's not a good thing. Like, you need, like, basically back to the addictive part. Like, you're needing this. Like, going back to that. So
Yeah, I know. I agree with the, like, I wouldn't want my kids like doing that, and it's just like an addictive thing. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've heard a lot of news stories about like younger kids um like going to the hospital with like crazy lung problems from like vaping and stuff. But also feel like a point that we were talking about earlier with like the black market and like younger kids having to get it from like under the table basically. Like a lot of those could have had like extra stuff in it because they weren't able to like get it from like a true like vape shop or something like that. So but yeah, I think like main cons are just like kids are going to be addicted at younger ages if they do start. And I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, but you're 18 years old. I mean, I feel like you should be able to make the decisions. If you want to get addicted, you should get addicted. If you want to go to the military, and it's also a very dangerous thing going to the military. You can go to the military if you want to. I mean, you're 18.
yeah, that's true.
I do think, I mean, there could be an argument that driving is probably more dangerous than smoking nicotine or using it in general. So I don't know. It's a very complex situation right now. We don't really know if we're for it or not for it. Right now, I do think I wouldn't mind it going down. I feel like that could benefit a lot of people. And I bet, yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like hate it if it went down. Like, yeah, I think it would be beneficial, especially for the government. Like, get that taxpayer money from that. But yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal if it back dropped because it was 18 before. I mean, like, what, they made it up to make money, but they're like really not making money on that. And so just bring it back down to 18 and make the money off those people that are buying it at that age.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And also just I think the more public awareness it'll bring out just due to the younger age and like people wanting the younger people to actually know like what happens and goes on. So yeah, I think it would be very beneficial for them to drop it.
So I'm gonna create a conspiracy theory right now. I think that the tobacco companies and the cigarette companies, actually, if y'all had to create a conspiracy theory, what do you think it would be?
Anything?
Anything, but I would rather it be nicotine, but it could be anything, to be honest.
Dude, I don't know. I mean, didn't think we would be talking about this.
Where does nicotine come from? Do y'all know?
Yeah, like, how was it created? That's a good one.
Is it already in tobacco?
I think it is. I don't know though. Like, is it? Because apparently, well, it's separate because like it's its own thing. Like with like Copenhagen pouches, and then there's also like Zen pouches. Like, there's nicotine in in like the Copenhagen, but there's not tobacco in the Zen.
How do they extract the nicotine? Ezra's doing the research right now. He's looking it up.
Shout out to ChatGPT, whoever created it. That's a great man or woman.
Yeah, it says that
AI created itself.
It's not crazy.
Main source is tobacco plants.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna.
Hold on, we gotta go over to Ezra.
It says the main source from nicotine is tobacco plants. They produce nicotine in their roots, and they also store most in their leaves.
Wait, I have a good idea.
Wait, but there's also small amounts in tomatoes,
Yeah, I was
potatoes,
gonna say that.
eggplants, peppers, and tea.
Peppers. I know peppers.
I do like peppers and tomatoes.
Hold on. Let me see. I
tea
forgot.
is a shocker.
ChatGPT. I forgot. We could like have a for real conversation. So we're gonna welcome our guest,
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. Okay, hold on. He's coming in.
Hey there. Great to chat with you. Let me know if there's anything else I can help with.
Hey, ChatGPT. How does nicotine get into vapes or Zyn pouches or anything that doesn't regard tobacco?
Great question. So, nicotine for vapes, pouches, and other non-tobacco products is usually extracted from tobacco plants in a purified form. This is done through a chemical process that isolates nicotine from the rest of the plant material. Once purified, it's used in various products like e-liquids for vaping or in nicotine pouches, which are tobacco-free but still deliver nicotine. It's a pretty fascinating process.
Do you think Big Pharma pushed Congress to change the nicotine age from 18 up to 21?
It's definitely a topic that gets a lot of debate. The change in the legal age for purchasing nicotine products to 21, often called T21, was influenced by public health concerns about youth smoking and vaping. While the pharmaceutical industry does have a stake in nicotine replacement therapies, there's also a large public health push behind the change. So it's a mix of factors, and it's a bit complex, but it's an interesting question.
Wow.
So yeah, I guess he agrees with us.
Yeah, I guess he kind of does.
So it comes from tobacco, which, yeah, it makes sense. I mean,
Yeah, it does make sense.
where else would nicotine come from? I mean,
I think it's crazy that like they purify it and like make it cleaner as they say, but like I didn't know it was in tea. That means I'm addicted to nicotine in a different way
he's addicted to nicotine
through tea,
through tea.
Mr. Vargas.
So, I mean, it's just crazy to think about people. I mean, like how
I knew about the tomatoes. I didn't know about the peppers or the tea.
how did people know about?
There's a whole list.
How did people know to purify it and make it?
Potatoes,
Bro, then the school was selling nicotine.
eggplants, like. What? Eggplants.
I mean-
it's like a bunch of plants just coming out of the ground,
Yeah.
basically. Because isn't tea like a plant too?
What's like a leaf?
Well, how did humans find this out? Like, how did we look at a tobacco plant and be like, that has nicotine, and I'm going to purify it and make it into a vape and then Zyn pouches? It's like, it's a plant. How did we?
Like, isn't it when, like, the Pilgrims came over? Like, they had those tobacco farms or whatever.
That's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tobacco's been around forever. It's just the fact that like what's in the actual tobacco plant, and I feel like
Yeah, I mean, when did they ask ChatGPT? When was nicotine first used? I mean, I feel like cavemen had to be using like nicotine.
Hey, chat, when was nicotine first used? Just gonna read it.
You have to press the microphone button.
What you do it.
When was? Oh no. Hold on. Technical difficulties.
I didn't even know ChatGPT could talk to
Yeah, I
you.
don't know how you got.
How did I do it? Okay, delete all this.
Just go to a new
Was it
chat.
that button?
Just go to a new chat.
Oh no, we're here. Hey ChatGPT, when was nicotine first used by humans?
Humans have been using tobacco and thus nicotine for a very long time. Indigenous peoples in the Americas were using tobacco in various forms, like smoking, chewing, and even as part of rituals, at least several thousand years ago, possibly as far back as 5,000 years. It was only after the Columbian Exchange in the 15th and 16th centuries that tobacco made its way to Europe and then the rest of the world. So it's been quite a journey.
Expand on the rituals.
Yeah, expand on the rituals, please.
Absolutely. Tobacco played a really important role in the rituals and cultures of many indigenous groups in the Americas. For example, sacred offerings, tobacco was often used as an offering to the spirits or to the land. It was a way to show respect and gratitude. Healing and medicine. Some tribes use tobacco in medicinal practices, believing it had healing properties, or it could help with communication with the spiritual world. Ceremonial use. Tobacco was a central part of many ceremonies, including peace treaties, marriage ceremonies, and other significant events. It was often smoked in a pipe. As a
pipe.
Yeah.
Or you know who this dude
All right,
reminds
you're
me of?
done.
Yeah, like
No
the
worrying at all.
father. You know the pastor? Father Mike.
He does sound like
He does
Father
sound
Mike.
Exactly like Father Mike.
I appreciate the feedback. If there's anything specific you'd like me to adjust or anything else that I'd help with, just let me know.
Hey ChatGPT, do you think that nicotine the age should be lowered to 18? And if so, if not, why not? And if so, what are the benefits to it?
It's definitely a nuanced topic. The age restriction on nicotine is largely about public health, especially for young people. If the age were lowered to 18, it could align with other legal adult responsibilities like voting or joining the military. The brain is still developing until around age 25, and nicotine can impact brain development, especially in terms of addiction and cognitive function. If the age remains at 21, helps reduce youth access and can lower the rates of nicotine addiction among teenagers whose brains are still developing. Cons, it can be seen as restrictive, and some argue that if someone is considered an adult at 18,
Like a real person.
Yeah, it's crazy how you're talking like a real person. Like you're stuttering sometimes, and there's like background noise. That's super weird. You're a robot.
I totally get that. I try to keep things natural and conversational, so it can feel pretty realistic. But I'm always here to help. If there's anything I can do to make things more comfortable or clear, just let me know.
Yeah, we're done.
That's too real. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
that creeps me out. I
Like
actually
Father Mike Schmitz.
Yeah,
That's pretty much.
there was a woman I was talking to, and I did it on my phone. I was driving home from school, and I had a full-on conversation with her.
That's
about
scary.
That's scary.
it was really scary.
Is AI gonna take over the world?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I feel like why?
There's always gonna be flaws, though.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
there's gonna be some type of robot takeover, I think.
But you seen like the robots that like go around, like they're actual humans and like can walk and stuff?
Yeah, they're making like really realistic ones.
I've seen them like fight each other. Crazy.
Fighting each other?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like in the Note video. Did you watch
Oh
the Note
yeah,
video in China?
yeah. They were doing that, but that's like in China. Those Chinese people, they have crazy like robots.
Yeah. Like that drone car or whatever.
I've never seen anybody from China smoke a cigarette or use nicotine.
My grandpa just, not my grandpa, my grandma just came back from Japan, and she said she liked it a lot, and that was like one of her main concerns because there's a lot of people, so like, and smoking's bad here, and like, can imagine like in Tokyo or something when it's like overpopulated, and she said it was perfectly clean. And,
Yeah,
like,
so I heard and I saw a video on Twitter of this guy who tackled this woman, and he was Japanese, and they were like in Colorado skiing because she was smoking a cigarette outside in public. So I think in Japan or those areas, it's like against the law, or it's forbidden, or it's looked down upon to smoke outside.
I don't think it would be illegal, but I definitely think it's frowned upon.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like if you go to like the outer parts of the country, I bet it's like perfectly normal. Like it's just like a matter of where you live, sort of. It's sort of like here.
Yeah. But you should have saw that guy like flew and tackled her in the snow. It was kind of crazy. So he definitely like took that to heart. But I mean, I wouldn't look past that. It could be illegal because I don't think it is because it's Japan. But in China, I know it's like illegal to like drop or litter and like put gum on the floor or
That's a
stuff like
communist
that.
country, though.
Yeah, because they go crazy. I don't know. I also never actually no. You know what I've seen? I've seen people take vapes, and usually they've done this probably forever with cigarettes, but take these things to like African tribes because
really?
they love nicotine. African tribes love nicotine. Yeah, it's running. Battery's running a little low, but it's still connected.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought the other one was blinking.
But so yeah, I mean, I think one day I will bring when I'm above 21, of course.
Yeah.
Unless it changes to 18. Unless it changes to 18 while we're here.
That would be crazy. I mean, we could for real lock in
Yeah.
and create an interest group. Protest the government.
I feel like we would already have like a lot of supporters too.
Yeah, but you can't just have it from our age group. Like, I feel like you need a like broad variety of people that would say like
Veterans for underage smoking.
yeah, and
That would be the
that's-
slogan.
That's the thing. Like, if you say like back in the day, you talk to your grandparents and stuff like, especially those who are in the military, they were smoking and drinking and all that stuff like when they were 18 years old in the military. Like, so what's the difference from their brain development?
But look at them, they're probably better, like more well off than us.
Yes, and like what's their brain development differ from ours?
Yeah, right. I feel like, what if nicotine, when you're under 21, actually gives you superpowers, or it actually is like a medicine because they have always thought it was medicine. Remember the ads and everything for cigarettes
Yeah.
back then? I mean, why in the past couple years has it turned into such a bad thing? I mean, like vaping is just so looked down upon. Like when I think of vaping, I think of like, that's evil. Like I would never. That's evil.
And that brings up another point about big pharma because apparently big pharma. There's another conspiracy theory that they
Can nicotine help cure sicknesses?
that they hide cures or like they're hiding cures from the people. Like I don't know much about that. I should have researched it a little bit more, but I've heard that conspiracy theory before.
Yeah, so like, don't you think it's weird how the only way to be cured in a way of nicotine addiction is just consume more nicotine? I mean, like, oh, I want to stop smoking, so I'm just going to get more nicotine. I'm going to get a pouch. I'm going to get gum. I'm going to get...
Yeah.
It's like...
Like,
Yeah,
it's definitely a safer alternative from like other stuff.
Yeah,
but still, like it's like there's nicotine in all of that.
it's like, oh, you want to quit? Okay, here's like a little less, but I'm still going to give you more. That's
Yeah,
just
like,
seems...
what's the point? Like, why don't you just go cold turkey?
Yeah, I mean, now those people who are like 18 and used to smoke cigarettes but now can't, now it's easier because they sell it and stuff. Yeah, no, it'd have to be black market too to get the pouches and the patches and the gum. I don't know. I mean, who's profiting off of this? I feel like everyone's just losing money. You're losing a huge customer base. I feel like no one's really benefiting off this. I feel like if it's 18, 21, it's kind of the same difference. I mean,
I've also heard it like helps you focus and like
there's probably a lot of benefits to nicotine that
because,
we haven't
like,
even talked about.
like if it helps you focus, then it helps like maybe not cure it, but like people with ADHD and like ADD, all of that. Like,
It'll help certain people who are just trying to get help and not abuse it.
yeah.
Exactly.
So I think
it's a safer alternative than Adderall too.
yeah,
I mean,
definitely to other drugs. I mean, I feel like if you're 18, you should decide. I mean, you should be able to decide if you need it or not.
yeah.
I feel like, and same thing with. I don't think there's a difference between 21 and 18. I think it's just a maturity level, and I feel like 18 and 21 is really not that different. If we really care about health, we're gonna wait till we're fully developed. The age should be around like 26, but I don't think we really care about that.
Yeah.
I think we really just care about. I don't know. It's a conspiracy theory. I don't know what we care
I
about.
think we just care about like when the kids get out of the house. Like that's probably like the average age. So it's like once they're out of the house, they can start doing it.
Yeah, maybe it shouldn't be an age. Maybe it should just be like, hey, if you just like how it used to be with voting, like you have to own property and you have to be white. I feel like you should only be able to smoke.
He's not saying you can only be white to have nicotine.
Maybe I am saying that. Maybe okay. No. So no. So what I'm trying to say is, like, you have to live by yourself. You have to own property. You have to have income. You have to have a job, and then you could be able to smoke as many cigarettes as you want. I mean, if you're already,
I would agree with that because like
then you already have like your life put together.
your life put together, you're working full time and like you come home and you just want to smoke. You just want to
Yeah, and
pop a
then
smoke in, or like
some people, I mean, like
pop a
me,
pouch.
I feel like I've been fully developed for the past like 5 years. I feel like I'm
Well,
just
it's not been developed for that long.
I feel like I'm
Freshman year.
I feel like I'm just like way more mature than everybody else, and I think there's a lot of people like that, and a lot of people who could make those decisions. But I do think driving a car is probably a little more dangerous than just smoking a few cigarettes.
I agree with that.
So I mean,
I would
16 to drive a car and 21 to smoke a cigarette
or drink.
or drink too.
That's a whole nother topic.
That's a whole other topic, but could be used in the same way. I mean,
Yeah.
you could die from alcohol poisoning. You could die from too much alcohol. You can't die
You
from.
could also die just falling off the stairs. I mean, like, it's all what ifs.
Yeah, but nicotine. I mean, you can't die from the substance itself. You could die from inhaling it.
That's
So
the
I think. I mean,
substance.
I don't understand why alcohol is. I don't know. No, that's a whole other subject. But
That's another topic.
I think someone else in our class is probably doing alcohol.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
I think so, actually. Maybe Asha.
Sounds like a Gilbert topic.
That does sound like a Gilbert topic.
This sounds like a Gilbert topic.
I think no, Asha is like Asha, Castro, and John are doing the.
They're doing weed or what?
I think they're doing marijuana legalization for here in Texas.
Yeah, that one's easy. We picked a pretty hard one.
Yeah.
We're not.
Because you like that because it's legal in other states, but
Yeah,
like
that
this
one-
is around the country. Yeah.
And I mean, I think with that, I think it's like the same argument. I mean, if I had to argue for weed, I would say, why is alcohol legal and weed's not? I mean, alcohol is definitely a lot more dangerous. And I think, but I mean, I think all of it comes down to the same thing. I mean, it's a government class. We're talking about government. I think just lowering the age to 18 for everything will generate more revenue for the government, for us, for small businesses. So I
Yeah.
think, I mean, overall, economically, it's definitely a pro.
Yeah, I would definitely like. Obviously, I feel like you need if you're gonna sell it like proper licensing, like it has to be. But like, yeah, governments will make money and it will benefit a bunch of small businesses, as like you've been saying, because, as long as it's like I think you need a licensing to sell it. Like I feel like because it's still a drug, it's still alcohol
Yeah,
and
for
all
sure.
that stuff. But like, if you have all of that, I feel like you should be able to sell it, without getting in trouble.
That's another licensing. I mean, yeah, I definitely want to trust the person I'm buying nicotine from because it could be laced. People probably have died from laced vapes or things like that. But also, I mean, at 18, you could do so many things. You could get a gun at 18, right? Yeah. So, I mean, you could get a gun, but you can't smoke a cigarette. I mean, I feel like both require responsibility. Both, I mean, I don't know. I feel like when you're 18, you're told that you have so much freedom when you really don't.
If anything, like I don't agree. I wouldn't agree with it, but like if anything, I feel like gun laws should be changed to a higher age because
Drake is saying
because like with school shootings, it's mainly kids that are buying guns and
Yeah.
going up and shooting up the school. Like you shouldn't be able to do that. But back to like guns. Like I'm pro guns, pro like Second Amendment. Yes, but I think there has to be a limit, and like I think that there needs to be certain background checks on everyone just with the purchase of a gun.
yeah, because then like the person who sold them, I mean, that's the licensing. I mean, that they're partially responsible. I mean, they gave an unstable person a gun. And the same thing could be said with nicotine. I mean, if you see someone who's 18 years old, who's like heavily addicted, coming in your vape shop every single day, getting a new vape, you should probably be like, you're responsible if they get like lung cancer and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, I mean, yeah, I think overall, I think it would benefit for 18, it being lowered to 18. I don't think the changes like in deaths or illnesses would really change that much. I mean, 18 and 21 is really not that big of a difference.
I don't think it's that big of a difference either.
Yeah, I mean, if we're really worried about that, let's freaking change it to 26. But
When the brain is fully developed,
Yeah,
that
I
would
mean,
make
if we're-
more sense
yeah.
than just changing it 3 years back to 21.
I just don't understand the 21 thing.
I don't understand the 21 at all.
Yeah, me
Like even with like majority of the things, like 18 I get because you're a legal adult.
Mhm.
25 I get because the brain's fully developed, but 21 I don't understand that at all because you can't purchase a handgun until you're 21, and I don't understand that either. Like because like you can purchase other guns like rifles and stuff when you're 18, but you can't purchase a handgun like concealed carry until you're 21.
Yeah.
It's all weird.
Yeah, it is really weird. If you look at Mexico and you can drink when you're 18.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
they're perfectly
that's
fine
another
with
thing.
it.
We're the only country that I believe I could be wrong on that, but 21. I feel like we're the only country that is that drinking age or like that drug age.
Or
Like,
we
I
definitely
feel,
started it because I know like Germany, like you could drink
all
when
of
you're like
Europe is 18.
16.
Yeah, Russia's like 16.
It's like, yeah, I mean, 16, you're able to drive a car. I feel like that's a huge,
That's
bigger
that's
responsibility.
That's a huge responsibility compared to like all this stuff because like at the end of the day, like you probably have to drive to get to places, but like
Yeah.
you don't have to do drugs. You don't have to drink. Like
Yeah.
like you can say no to that, but like when you're driving a car, like that's a huge responsibility because like that's how you get from place to place, point A to point B, like to school, like that's how you get to a bunch of places.
Well, I know back in like old days, I remember, I forgot someone told me they had, back then, like in high schools, they had smoking sections for like
For real,
the people who went there.
that's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, it was definitely like people used to be on our side, but now I don't know why everybody's trying to take our rights away.
Yeah, it's because they're worried about AI and stuff more.
Yeah,
More and
facts.
more.
No, I feel, I mean, like when you're 18, I mean, ever since I was little, I always thought when I'm 18, I could really do whatever I want. I mean, you can make
But legally, you can.
Yeah, legally.
legally you can't. I can't go smoke a cigarette. I can't go drink. I can't
That's true.
own a handgun. I can't do all this. I mean, it's just I'm not really free. I mean, I want to. A lot of the government, I think, has too much control on what we consume and what we do with our lives. I feel like that should be changed, nicotine wise.
Yeah, and drinking.
Yeah, and many different ways. Like, yeah, the government shouldn't be telling us how it's a free country, but we're told what to do and when to do it.
Yeah, and that's then people resort to black market, and then people die, and then it just no matter what happens, it's always going to lead to death. But
And don't get me wrong, I love this country, but like, there's many different things that like could be different.
yeah, facts.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Well,
I think this is it.
I think this is it. The microphone's about to die. It's been blinking a lot. So, thank you, Mr. Vargas, for listening. I hope you listen to this entire thing. I am picturing you right now in your car, driving to work.
Or walking or running.
Yeah, walking, running, exercising, maybe in the gym, listening to this podcast, being like, dang, these kids are smart.
They know what they're
And
talking
they
about.
deserve a 100.
A big fat 100.
We need that. So,
Oh, see you, Mr. Vargas.
bye, Mr. Vargas.